What's good, Buff Nation? Let's get hype, baby. A commitment just came down the line for the Buffs. We've got to talk about why this player picked Colorado, what Coach Prime instilled in him, and what he's going to do for this class going forward. So we're going to jump into that. Awesome news. One of the top wide receivers in the country, consensus and composite 4-star wide receiver, Quanell Farakkhan Jr., commits himself to the Buffs and Coach Prime. And man, the message he's got, why he picked Colorado, and like I said, what Coach Prime talked about, we're going to dive into that and look at a little film because you guys got to see what type of player you're getting, what type of athlete you're getting, because you're not getting just a wide receiver. Teasing you now. He's an athlete. So let's jump into that here on the Prime Time for College Football. All right, let's look at his measurables, talk film, talk message, and what he's thinking. First up, you can see here, Quanell Farakkhan comes in weighing about 5'11", about 185. He's an athlete. He's a wide receiver. He's also a DB. Plays both sides of the ball there in North Shore High School in Spring, Texas. So he's a Houston boy. Got him coming in. Consensus composite 4-star top 300 player in the country. And I thought what was fascinating about him is he did his visit because initially Colorado wasn't even on the radar, right? He dropped his top 3. He had Nebraska, A&M, Alabama, Arizona State, UCLA. Then Colorado, he had Florida State. So he's been offered by a lot of the top programs in the country. And then Colorado swooped in and said, hey, let me talk to you about some things, right? So when he got the offer from Colorado, got himself excited in an official visit back in June. And while he was there, I mean, as you can see on the screen, here's the quote he said. I loved it in Colorado. They made me feel like I was at home, and I believe that they could get me to the next level. Now, when we talk about getting to the next level and what he truly means is, he talked about in an interview after going in on that visit, and he talked about how talking with Prime and seeing what Coach Prime has done with Travis Hunter got him excited, right? And Prime kind of gave him that update of, hey, man, you come in here and work your butt off, there's a chance you can play both sides of the ball. And it's not a lie, right? We don't see other teams really doing it this way, but Prime is giving Travis Hunter that capabilities. You saw Travis play on both sides of the ball majority of the season. And so because of that, that guy Quanell's got his eye, right? Got his attention. Like, okay. So you did let Travis do it, and you know that I have those capabilities. You're going to give me the opportunity to do that? Heck yeah. I'm in. And so as you see in the film, man, dude's electric. He has that breakaway speed, great catch radius, and he's a tackler. So he's going to tackle. He ain't going to just push you down, right? A la old school Coach Prime. Just a little joke. But for the most part, Quanell knows how to defend well. So he has great anticipation, jumps, routes when needed, knows how to play deep. He's an all-around athlete, especially as a 4-star. So for Colorado, getting more guys like this, ones that can play both sides of the ball, you're not going to get a bunch of them, right? Because there's very few, heck, in college football history that's been able to do that. Most that want to do it aren't truly capable. But watching him ball, yeah, he's got the capabilities of playing both sides of the ball, and Prime sees it. So, of course, we're excited that we were able to pull him in. So he adds to this class. He's the 6th one on the class, up there, one of the highest rated players, up there with Chauncey Gooden, who's a top 200 player in the country. And they're going to start rounding this class out, right? And then Quanell talked about his potential quarterback, right? Because we all know Shedur's gone after this season. There's no reason for him to come back. It's time for him to go ahead and head to the pros because he's going to be potentially a top 5, top 10 pick. Well, Quanell talked about how he would love to play with Juju Lewis. So that tells you what? They're out there on that heavy recruiting still for Juju. And you know that Prime and them is going to be, continue to dive into that, right? And so if you can get Quanell Juju to go along with what he's doing, man, imagine Juju being able to throw it to him similar to Shedur, right? Juju saw that the blueprint was there with the way that Shedur plays. Shedur is close with Tom Brady. Tom Brady has been mentoring him for a while. He can play. The biggest thing is always getting that offensive line shored up. And they're doing that, right? You get the Jordan Seaton, right? You add that to, add Chauncey Gooden with this class, and then bringing in the transfers like Peyton Kirkland. You're bringing in all these players that's going to be able to help bolster up this line to where it's going to be able to run through folks here in the Big 12. And if that happens, Quanell Farakkhan with a Juju Lewis, a revamped and strong recruiting built offensive line with young players, even young transfers that can be considered like recruits. Quanell had an opportunity to play both sides of the ball at that point, right? He can follow the Travis Hunter blueprint, the hard work, the dedication, the anticipation, the knowledge from all the from the NFL coaches that's on this staff and a guy like Coach Prime. The future is looking bright. The succession of this iteration of Colorado football is looking good. It looks like there's a plan. You know that Prime's going to live in the portal. He likes the guys with some experience and understanding of at least the college environment, but he's still going after specific high school guys. I feel like the strategy's there. The strategy is built, and the question is going to be what the execution looks like. I'm a realist, so I'm always tell y'all I'm keeping it a buck. As long as they execute on what the plan is, I promise you Colorado's going to show out. A lot of people expect Colorado to make waves this year. Prime does as well. He recognized where the holes were. He saw where the blind spots were, and they started filling a lot of that up. And now all they got to do is go out there and do what? The thing y'all want them to do, win some games. So let me know how y'all feel about this wide receiver pickup, Quanell Farakkhan Jr. Hop in the comments. Love to hear from you all and hear your thoughts. I think he's a massive pickup for this program, and I think he's going to do some big things here at Colorado. All right. Last video we dropped earlier today. We talked about the last things that came up at Big 12 Media Day. So make sure y'all check that one out. Got that video up here. And then, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. More content's coming down the line. We're at that point where list season's going to be heavy. College Football 25 is dropping this week. And so, we're stoked. So check out the video as well as hit that subscribe button.